Hello, Isabel here with your Wednesday's reflection for October the 1st, the start of another month. Now, a few weeks ago, Marion spoke about being at a wedding, and it seemed to me that it was pretty much similar to weddings of long ago, but with a few little differences, I think. As some of you may know, Jim and I celebrated our diamond wedding anniversary last week. Yes, 60 years of marriage. We were married in the East Church in Forfar on Thursday the 23rd of September by the Reverend Lewis P.G. Hardy. Prior to that date, our marriage proposals were announced in our respective churches. This was called the banns, but this practice stopped in 1978. About a week before the wedding, the bride had the showing of the presents, when everyone who had given a present was invited along to view them all and to enjoy a cup of tea and some nice home baking. On the big day, Mum and my sister, who was the bridesmaid, were taxied to the church, followed by Dad and myself in another taxi. The photographer was there, taking photos of all the guests as they arrived, with the bridal party as well, of course. When Jim and I left the church as husband and wife, Jim threw a scatter to the people who were watching. This was usually a handful of small coins, and was done by the father of the bride when they left the home. But since we were in the country with no neighbours, we did it just that little bit differently. Next, we were off along to the Royal Hotel for the reception, where most of the 1960s weddings were held, in Forfar anyway. First, we met in the retreat to cut the cake and have a toast. Then, along with 100 guests or so, we enjoyed a 3-course meal served by Maurice Yeaman's very capable staff. Then it was time for the dancing, but from what I can remember, we didn't seem to have much time for dancing because things again were a little bit different. We hadn't lived as a couple together like the young people do now. We were going off on a honeymoon. We hired a car, because of course we didn't own one at that time. It was parked out at the farm. 2 of my parents' friends had been present sitting, so we knew the car was safe there. So we set off in the pouring rain as husband and wife. Like most couples, I'm sure, we've had many ups and downs, but we've enjoyed the good times together and supported one another in the not so good times. We consider ourselves very lucky that we've been blessed with good health and pray that we have a few more years together. Hope you enjoy a pleasant week. Thank you for listening.